The moment someone starts lying to protect your feelings, they've already started lying to protect themselves. If you're new here, welcome. This is The Unseen Mind, where we decode exactly what is running inside a woman's mind. The disappearing effort. Betrayal doesn't start with the act. It starts with the withdrawal nobody names out loud. You know the feeling. The texts get shorter, the plans get vaguer, the "I'm just tired" excuse starts doing a hell of a lot of heavy lifting. That's not randomness. That's bandwidth being reallocated. People don't have infinite emotional energy. And when it starts flowing somewhere else, the person losing it is always the last to admit it's happening. Because admitting it means asking a question they're scared to hear the answer to. Here's the damn trap. Most men don't catch this because they're measuring the relationship by its absence of conflict, not its presence of investment. No fighting doesn't mean everything's fine. It might mean nobody's fighting for it anymore. Watch the effort curve, not the mood. A person pulling away from a commitment usually pulls away from the small stuff first. The good morning texts, the thinking of you, the little rituals that cost nothing but mean everything. When those go quiet before anything else does, that's not life getting busy. That's someone quietly checking out while their mouth is still saying they're in. The guys who get blindsided aren't unobservant. They're just optimistic in the wrong direction. They see the gaps and fill them in with the best case story because the alternative is too damn uncomfortable to sit with. The justification loop. Watch how a person explains their own behavior, not just the behavior itself. Betrayal is rarely sudden. It's rehearsed. Long before anything happens, the person doing it has usually already built the internal case for why it's not that bad, why it's understandable, why the other person kind of drove them to it. That's the justification loop, and it starts running way before the betrayal does. You'll hear it in small ways first. They'll talk about a friend who cheated and say, well, honestly, if his partner was that checked out, I get it. They'll bring up an ex and say, I probably would have done the same thing if I were her. Sounds like empathy. It's not, it's a moral test run. People float trial balloons for behavior they're considering before they commit to it because some part of them wants to know if you'd accept the excuse in advance. This is where a lot of men get played by their own decency. You hear that kind of talk and think, damn, that's a thoughtful, empathetic person. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's someone quietly building themselves a legal defense for a crime they haven't committed yet. The tell isn't the opinion. Everyone's entitled to nuance. The tell is repetition. One comment is a conversation. The same justification showing up again and again, unprompted across different contexts. That's a script being memorized. The compartment switch. People who are about to betray you get weirdly good at running two separate versions of their life without letting them touch. You'll notice it as a kind of behavioral splitting. They're warm and present with you in person, but distant and clipped the second a phone comes out. Calls get taken in another room. Notifications get silenced in front of you. Not out of respect, but out of maintenance. That's not privacy. Privacy is normal. This is compartment management. And there's a difference between the two, even if both look quiet from the outside. The psychology here is straightforward. Cognitive dissonance is exhausting to run 24 hours a day, so the mind builds walls between the versions of itself that don't match. One version of them gets to be loyal. The other version gets to be whatever they're doing on the side. As long as those two rooms never share a hallway, the guilt stays manageable. The second you accidentally open a door between them, a call comes through at the wrong time, a name pops up they didn't expect, you'll see a flash of panic that's completely dissonant to whatever innocent explanation follows. That gap between the panic and the excuse is the most honest 3 seconds you'll ever get from them. Men miss this because they're looking for lipstick on the collar evidence, something dramatic and obvious. Real betrayal patterns are boring and administrative. It's a phone turned face down out of habit, not suspicion. It's a who was that answered a half second too fast. Small, seamless, repeated. That's the tell. The preemptive accusation. This one stings because it flips the script on you before you even know there's a script. It's simple. The person most likely to be doing something is often the person most vocal about accusing you of doing it. It's called projection, and it's one of the oldest defense mechanisms in the book for a reason. It works. If someone starts interrogating your phone habits, your friendships, your whereabouts with an intensity that feels disproportionate to anything you've actually done, pay attention. Sometimes it's genuine insecurity, old wounds from somewhere else, nothing to do with you. That happens, and it deserves patience. But sometimes it's a smokescreen. Accusing you first accomplishes two things at once. It puts you on the defensive, so you're too busy proving your own innocence to notice their behavior, and it lets them privately rationalize their own actions as, well, they probably do it too. The move here isn't to get defensive or start an interrogation war. It's to notice the timing. Genuine insecurity tends to be consistent. It shows up regardless of what's happening in the relationship. Projection-driven accusation tends to spike right around the time their own behavior is shifting. If the accusations got louder the same month the late nights at work started, that's not a coincidence you can excuse your way out of. That's the guilt talking, just wearing your name instead of theirs. If something in this video just hit you like a truck, drop it in the comments. I want to know which point broke you. And subscribe if you haven't yet, because what we cover next is going to make tonight's video look like a bedtime story. Here's what I want you to sit with tonight. How many red flags did you excuse in real time because naming them out loud felt scarier than living with them?